Ooh, Flyman ran. Ooh, Flyman ran.
Are we recording? Are we recording? Miggity, miggity, Mike. Check 1 2 1 2. Hello, this is Matthew Cohn, and this is episode 5. Available only on Patreon. Hey, so today I want to go over one of the first services that was available that I provided through my company, which is graphic design, and how I got into it. So I have been drawing for as long as my first memory. I've loved drawing. I love drawing on pieces of paper. I love drawing with pen. That's where I kind of got it started with my creativity as far as in getting into that graphic design field. I didn't really start designing on anything electronically till about, I think, maybe ninth grade. I started with some type of like animation classes or some shit like that on the computer. But like as far as like understanding graphic design world, that was probably like my second year in college at Art Institute of Cincinnati. But I had been drawing all along. I've been in advanced art classes in high school. I even was running my own business in high school where I was I had an assistant and somebody was taking orders for me for my drawings, and I would draw with a pencil and thick ass cardboard paper and flip them and sell them. So that's where I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, I guess. So I guess that started in high school. But like I said, I've been drawing for as long as I can remember. And when I went to Art Institute of Cincinnati for 2 years, my first year they taught us about drawing faces and doing paintings and different introspective stuff to get us in, I guess, get us ready for that field. But new mic stand. But by the time I dropped out of Art Institute of Cincinnati after I did 2 years, I ended up getting an iPad and I started fiddling with that for a couple of years. And then by the time I decided to start running my company, I got more into the graphic design field, logos, menus. I do a lot of promotional ads with graphic design. Do a lot of clothing design. Just anything you can possibly think of that needs to be digitally handed over to another person to create something. The digital design world is taking over. It's explosive. It's something that everybody in business needs a graphic designer. Even if you're doing something just personal to yourself, you might come across a time where you need a graphic designer, or needing that perspective of creative, because we are creators. Every day, that is, like I said, it was one of my first services I did provide us as a company. I love doing graphic design. I do it every day. I would actually like to break down some of the programs that I use in graphic design. One of the programs that I use currently right now is Affinity Designer. I do all my vector images. If anybody is not clear of what a vector image is, it's when there is a digital design, and usually behind it there's like a white or black background. But what I do is I create designs for transparency reasons, so it can go on clothing, it can go on your videos. It can, when you see my logo right here, that's that, or the logo behind me, that was a transparent item that I designed, that 99.9% of my clients need that in order to get that to someplace else where they're trying to post it, or like I said, want to get a business started. But that's I love doing logos in that perspective. Every different client I get for logos or some type of customized design, they always bring me something different. They always have a different view or take on things. for that project that we're specifically working on, which creates graphic design within itself and a amazing a world to be in. Once I got into that graphic design world, I was drawing cool, pencil, pen, but once I got into that graphic design world, it took off, because I met so many different people that I never would have thought of crossing my paths. So that's what I'll do, from episodes 5 to 9. I'll get into, or 5 to 10. I'll get into each different section of Cone's graphics and kind of dive deep into how I got into that. And if you guys have any other questions or want me to go into any further details on these topics, then I definitely will in the next episode. But that's it for episode 5, and thank you guys for tuning in. Catch me only on Patreon.
Ooh, Flyman ran.